appreciate y'all having me, especially since you just kicked the Tennesseans' ass on Saturday. I gotta tell you, I was on Herschel's bus in Athens on Saturday. My grandfather played for General Neyland, so I grew up a University of Tennessee fan. You can boo if you need to. And when Herschel said, hey, you already came down here and your team got their ass kicked, but would you come back down to Cobb County with me to close out this Senate campaign and help ensure that a Georgia Bulldog rolls right into the Senate? I said, you bet your ass I would. Because as much as I love SEC football, and it is the best thing in the entire world, who wins games comes and goes year by year, but who represents us in Congress matters far more than what team we might root for in the Southeastern Conference. And I know there's a lot of Atlanta Braves fans out here right now, too. And I am one of them. And some of you guys may know me, some of you may not. I got to take over for the legend Rush Limbaugh alongside Buck Sexton. We get to talk to people on 500 radio stations all over the country every day. And we get to say exactly what we think. And so important now, I initially came out of the world of sports. But you know what happened? The country went crazy. Absolute insanity. You know what we got going on right now? We have got men who decide to identify as women and become sports champions. You know, this is not even a joke. You can't even make this up. At the University of Pennsylvania, they had a male swimmer. 3 years, swam as a man. Decided that he wanted to become a woman, and he won the NCAA championship this year as a woman. This is 100% true. You can look it up. And you know, Herschel raised this on the campaign trail. Because Herschel's one of the greatest athletes of all times, but you know what he recognized? There's a difference between men and women's athletes. And a lot of y'all out there have been taking daughters' swim class, been taking them to play soccer. This guy decided that he was going to parachute in, become a woman. They actually nominated him at the University of Pennsylvania for Women's Athlete of the Year. And do you know that the Reverend Raphael Warnock believes that if you are a man who wants to identify as a woman, you should get to compete against women's athletes and become a champion. Now, y'all, Democrat, Republican, Independent, whoever you might be, they're sane and insane, and that is insane. That's just flat out wrong. And you know what else is flat out wrong? How about what they did to the Atlanta Braves, the Locks? Stacey Abrams, the Reverend Warnock, Major League Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred, Joe Biden. Do you know what they said? They said that y'all were all racist. They said this was Jim Crow 2.0. Joe Biden actually came down here and said it was Jim Eagle. I don't even know what that means. I doubt he does either. But you know what's just happened? All-time high midterm turnout as you guys have all shown up, black, white, Asian, Hispanic. It's not Jim Crow 2.0, it's a new voice of freedom rising up that Georgia can lead the nation with. They're not apologizing. They came down here and they lied to all of you. And Herschel Walker said, that's not right. He said the Atlanta Braves, you know what they were going to do? They were going to honor the legendary Hank Aaron with the All-Star Game. And Major League Baseball, Stacey Abrams, the Reverend Warnock, and Joe Biden took that away from all of you and all the people of Georgia and all the people of Atlanta. And tomorrow is your chance to stand up and send a message that lies have consequences. That when you embrace insane political ideas like men can compete against women and become champions, that's not right. And the message that Georgia has the opportunity to send is that America is back, insanity is returning, and Herschel Walker is going to run roughshod tomorrow. Herschel was a freshman and he ran right over Bill Bates in that Tennessee game. And Bill Bates was a great player, That's Reverend Raphael Warnock. He's about to get flattened tomorrow. Just like he did in the debate. And I want all of you out there to enjoy the tears on MSNBC and CNN. And I want the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reporters crying. And I want every one of these people with their cameras back there recording me right now. I want to see the tears rolling down your cheeks. I want you to fall down in the fetal position and whimper and cry because Herschel Walker is going to run right over your sorry asses. And I can't wait to enjoy it all. Up next, we got a great roster for you. Dr. Ben Carson.